Hi everyone, welcome to an episode of Food RX by the Healthy Family Project. I'm your host, Julie Lopez. I'm a registered dietitian and chef. Food RX by the Healthy Family Project is here to help you provide cooking tips, nutrition education, and so many other things to help you and your family make healthier choices together. Today's episode is sponsored by the North Carolina Sweet Potato Commission. And did you know that North Carolina is the #1 sweet potato producing state in the United States? So a little fun fact there. Today we are going to make in our Instant Pot a sweet potato carrot ginger soup. That's a mouthful to say. What I have here so far is my Instant Pot is on the saute setting. What I like about the Instant Pot versus a crock pot is we can build flavors. So we're gonna saute and really get that flavor going with our onions, our garlic, our ginger, before we're going to add in our sweet potatoes and spices. So I'm gonna add in a little bit of olive oil there, adding in our onions. And what I like to say is that once you hear that sizzle, that's what we're looking for, that our pan is nice and hot if you're in your Instant Pot or your stovetop, but it's a little applause for you. All right, so that's gonna saute a little bit. I'm all about saving time in the kitchen, so if you want to cut back on your meal prep, you can easily buy frozen chopped onions, or also in the produce department, oftentimes they have it already pre-chopped for you. So we just want to cook these down until they start to sweat. And what that is meaning is that the water is being released and these are going to be nice and sweet and tender. Next up we have some garlic and some ginger. And you don't have to go crazy about chopping everything super fine, because eventually this is going to be blended up in a blender, or if you have an immersion blender, done right in the Instant Pot as well. All right. We add our garlic in second because if we added it in too early, the heat is going to overpower it and burn it. And then if you have burnt garlic, it's going to be that bitter flavor, and we don't want that at all. So we have cooking down again is our onion, our ginger, and our garlic. I'm going to add our spices at this phase because when you add it to heat, it will actually help with blooming and bringing out those flavors even more. So I have a combination of some cinnamon, salt, some ground cloves, and a little bit of cayenne pepper. And the main star of our recipe is obviously our sweet potatoes. And if you notice, I left the skin on. You can peel them if you want to, but it's going to add a little bit more fiber and more bang for your buck here. So one medium sweet potato has 4 grams of fiber. And fiber helps us stay full, helps us stay satiated, also can help with prevention of different chronic diseases. So our sweet potato is going in. Another great benefit of our sweet potatoes, it is packed with vitamin A. And that is really good for supporting our immune health. So vitamin A is a fat-soluble vitamin, and you need some fat in the recipe to help your body absorb and get the benefit of the vitamin A. So we're using some of our olive oil and another ingredient, which is our coconut milk, which is going to be our fat element. We have some carrots in here. So 2 sweet vegetable flavors, which are going to be delicious. And we are using a full fat coconut milk. It's going to give it a really creamy consistency, as well as the help from our sweet potatoes, because those are naturally going to be creamy when they're blended up as well. And then we are going to be adding in a little bit of vegetable broth. So just stir everything to combine, make sure everything is going to be incorporated. And this is why using your Instant Pot makes it so easy. What we're going to do is secure our lid, and we want to seal the vent. We don't want any of that steam coming out. So I'm going to do a manual start for our pressure cooker or Instant Pot. So I'm going to do the pressure cooker setting and put it on for 10 minutes. It takes a little time for it to come to the pressure, and then that 10-minute start time will start the cooking process. Once it is done, we are not going to touch it. We're going to leave it alone for 15 minutes. This is what is called a natural release. Once that 15 minutes is up, then I will take that valve and let the rest of the steam come out. All right, so our Instant Pot is done cooking up our sweet potato soup, and I just put it in my blender. Just a little tip, be a little careful when you are adding a hot liquid, with especially the broth, to your blender. You do not want to fill it all the way to the top, so you might need to do it in a couple batches. If you also have an immersion blender, you can do it right in the Instant Pot bowl. I just like to do it in my blender because this is a high power blender. So with that skin on that sweet potato, it will blend right up and it'll be smooth and creamy. All right, so the best part about soup is those toppings too, right? So I'm going to add in our sweet potato. It's this beautiful orangey color here. It smells delicious. And I'm topping mine with a couple pumpkin seeds and a few sprigs of cilantro, but you can do whatever toppings you want. If you have a little bit left of the coconut milk, you could add a little drizzle of that, a dollop of yogurt. Definitely dip it with some bread. I love that idea. All right, so there you have it. This is our delicious sweet potato, carrot, ginger soup made in our Instant Pot. And again, thank you for the North Carolina Sweet Potato Commission for sponsoring this FoodRx episode. For more information, head over to healthyfamilyproject.com/FoodRx. We'll see you next time. Bye.